Hey guys, it's Aaron, and today I'm going to be teaching you on how to port forward or open ports on your Apple Airport Extreme device. I'm making this video because I had some difficulties doing this myself, and I figured that I would just help out any other soul that was looking on the internet to find out how to do this as well. If you don't already know, port forwarding, well, I'm assuming you already know because you clicked on this video, but a brief description of port forwarding is opening ports on your wireless network so that applications or other users can connect through the magic of the internet to your device. So this will be anything for running multiplayer servers or running virtual machines. Just there's a lot of application for this. But let's get started anyway. So what you're going to want to do is, if you're on a Mac, you're going to want to open Airport Utility, and it will take you to this screen. If you're on Windows, I'm not completely sure how the user interface varies from this, but I know there is an Airport Utility program that you can install for Windows from the Apple website. Anyway, you'll be on this screen now, and you'll click on your network and click Edit. I do apologize for all the blurred out stuff, but I don't want to give away my personal information on the internet. Anyway, what we're going to do when you get here is go to the top where it says Network and click on that. Now, you're not going to have any of this information I have filled in, but I will be getting to that. You're going to make sure your router mode is set to dhcp and NAT, and then you will add a new dhcp reservation by clicking on the plus key. Now you are here, and just set the description to static or something along those lines, and make sure reserve address by is set to MAC address. And then you're gonna want to find the MAC address for your computer. If you have a Mac, you can do this by going into your settings and clicking on Wi-Fi and going to advanced, and it'll be somewhere within there. And if you have a Windows, what you're gonna want to do is go into Run, and then CMD, and then type in ipconfig/all. And that will take you to the list of IPs, and you're going to want to navigate over to the wireless section and find where it says physical address. And this will be the one that has separated by a colon every 2 digits or letters, so it'll look something like this with the zeros with other things in between, of course. And then you'll want to enter this in a MAC address area, but I already have mine set, and I would not like to disclose that information, so I'm just gonna fake it right here. So let's say this is my MAC address. I would just type it in like that. And then for IPv4 address, you're only going to be able to change one of these digits. Now, you likely don't have the same 3 digits in front of this as I do, but anyway, what you're going to have to do is change this number to something, and remember this this number because this will be important later on. So then you would click save, and it would add it right here. But I've already done this, so you'll see static IP address 10.0.1.150. And don't worry about sharing this with other people because this is completely personal to your computer, and many other people will have the same IP, and it will not be relevant to anyone in the case someone would want to get onto your wireless network. Anywho, moving on, now we're going to add the physical port. And we're going to do this by hitting the plus key. And now, set farwell entry type to IPv4 port mapping. Now you're going to set the description to whatever program you're port forwarding to. I'm going to assume some of you guys out there want to do Minecraft or something, because I know Minecraft needs port forwarding. You're going to set public UDP ports to 255.65, or whatever port you would use in this situation for your program. And then you'll navigate to private IP address and change this to whatever number you had set to that IPv4 in the previous setting just a little bit ago. And then you're going to change private UDP ports to the same things you put up here. I don't actually know what private UDP ports do, but in my experience, as long as you set them to the same values, it doesn't make a difference. Now, in the case that you wanted to add multiple ports for each of these, you would put a comma to separate the values, or in the case that you want to do several values that are all connected to each other, so 255.65, 255.66, 255.67, and so on towards another value, what what you would do is add a dash and then 25569 or something. And then you would do the same for everything else. And then you would click save, and that would save your port forwarding to the settings. Now, when you finish all these settings and everything seems like it's right, click update, and this will turn off your Wi-Fi for about a minute or so, but after it finishes restarting and updating all the settings in the physical storage and settings of the router itself, it will turn back on and you should be good to go. Now, if you're having problems with this, make sure to throw a comment in the comment section below the video. I'll try to do my best to answer your questions, but I might not be able to help you. Also, you may need to disable the firewall on your device for this to work, but in my experience, enabling the firewall actually helped more than it did in disabling it. So that's it for this video, guys, and if you appreciated this tutorial and it worked for you, make sure to leave a like on the video and possibly subscribe. And if you didn't, you know what to do. See ya.